Hello, everyone. Welcome to Off the Charts, episode 125. Before we start, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe and tell your friends. So, today we'll be doing another one of these revisiting forgotten bands, but this one is a sort of, and you'll see why soon. So, I'm talking about Sword, not The Sword, which apparently is. A lot of people mix these two up. I've had someone post on Instagram that I thought I was buying tickets for The Sword. Now I just found out it's Sword. And I'm like, I want to get rid of my tickets. I'm like, really? This is actually a better band. But anyway, that's another story there. So I'm talking about Sword, the Canadian heavy metal band, or classic metal, or traditional metal. So Sword was formed in 1981 in a town called Saint Bruno de Montarville. So, yes, they are French. They do sing in English. That seems to be the market. They've actually had the same members. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they've had the same members since ever. So I'm talking about Rick Hughes on vocals, Dan Hughes on drums, Mike Plant on guitars, and Mike Larocque on bass. So that was the classic lineup of Sword, and until last year, they're still active. So that's what the sort of part, and you'll see why in a few. So their first album, 1986, Metalized. This is such a good album here. Just letting you know here. FTW Follow the Wheel. That's like, I guess, Canada's answer to Iron Maiden, I guess, there. But Children of Heaven. Stoned Again. That's another great song. There's a video for that, too. Out of Control. Hard to read because these reissues are, you can see anyway, there's a glare, so I'm looking at this here. Anyway, their first album, Sword, I have both of these on CD also, but and there's a little story as to why I got these versions on vinyl, and I'll tell you guys later. So Sword Metalized their first album in 1986. Then was followed in 1988 with Sweet Dreams. Again, you'll see the glossy. It's pretty cool, but not cool in a video like this here. So this was their second album right here, 1988. Sweet Dreams, a great slow tempo to mid tempo song, great song. But that the video for The Trouble Is, man, that's the song. The first song I think I heard a part. No, I'm sure The Trouble Is was the first video I saw. Then watching Power Hour, I saw a video from or part of it from their first album, and I think it's either Follow the Wheel or Stoned Again, but I think it's Follow the Wheel. Was there a video for that? It just sounds better. Sounds more okay in my mind. Cheers, by the way. Yes. So yeah, their second album here, Sword, Sweet Dreams. Yeah, to me, my favorite song by Sword is by far The Trouble Is. Still remember that song. I could sing that song. A great groove riff. And plus the singer with his Batman shirt. I was like, okay, whatever. But yeah, Sword, Sweet Dream, their second album. There's a few other songs. Again, this is a little harder to read here. Is it me or the song State of Shock sound demo-ish? I don't know. Or not as good quality as all the other songs are. But, oh yeah, The Threat also good here too. So, anyway, I prefer the first one, but this is actually my favorite song is off this one, but I do prefer the first one. So Sword, Sweet Dreams from 1988. Then they disbanded, I guess, after they were touring with Metallica. I forget who else. Anyway, they disbanded. I'm not even sure what happened. I've tried to look it up here. Not that hard actually there, but so the singer went and formed I guess a hair metal glam band called Saints and Sinners. I'll post the picture of the album here. I don't own it. Not sure why actually. I never got around to getting it there. But yeah, the singer went and did that. Then not sure what exactly happened, but everybody knew the word Sword. And of course, I knew the name Sword, and that friggin' band from Texas, The Sword, went and released. I'm like, oh my god, cool, another Sword album. And I'm like, no, that's not Sword. This is The Sword. So, but every time I saw The Sword, I was excited, thinking that there was a new Sword album, but no. And then 2011. So this is where the sort of part, they're not like, everybody's like, they were forgotten because they did the 2 albums there. 2011 comes in. They reunite to do some festivals back in Europe or even Canada or whatnot there. So before. And then cue last summer. Me and my friends went to see Anthrax, Black Label Society, and Hatebreed in Trois-Rivières. None of us wanted to see Hatebreed because nobody gives a rat's ass about Hatebreed. Nothing against Hatebreed, it's just not my... We just don't care. We should have cared, and you'll see why. So we're having supper at a restaurant and just waiting out Hatebreed. We get there, and Hatebreed is playing. So I'm like looking at the merch, I'm like, why is there a bunch of Sword merchandise here? And I go to my friend Pascal, I was like, what the hell is this? And I'm looking, I'm like, holy shit, that's Rick Hughes over there. Like, he's taking pictures with fans. So I go to the merch table, not, well, I would have went to the band, but I decided, let's go to the merch table. Go, when the hell did Sword get on the bill? When did they play? Are they playing next? And the girl's like, no, they played right before Hatebreed. I'm like, fuck. So here's a hint or tip, guys. Check your tickets or call the venue if there's any changes. We drove down 3 to 4 hours away, so we kind of didn't know any posters and all that. But anyway, check your tickets or call the venue if there's any changes the day of. You never know what can happen, and this happened. Sword went and played before Hatebreed. We didn't want to see Hatebreed, so we didn't care. We didn't know. And then we get there, I'm like, fuck. So that's why I bought these 2 albums there. They were selling it, so I felt bad for missing them. So I bought those 2 albums. Then I started following them on Facebook, only to find out that also last year they released this, Sword 3. Good album. My only complaint, it's only got 8 songs. And I know a lot of metal albums have 8 songs back in the 80s. It's just 5 on side 1 and 3 on side 2. Like maybe 4 and 4. I don't know. It's kind of in between a long EP and a LP, I guess, there. But I Am in Command is a great song. This is actually a very good album. I like it a lot there. I probably like it as much as their second one here. It's still, the first one is still my favorite, but I was glad to get this and very happy to get Sword 3. Bad Bloods 2 is a good here. Unleashing Hell, a little weird lyrics there about Montreal, 1986. Keep repeating that, but whatever. I like the album. Like I said, my only complaint, it's a little short. So, Sword, if you're seeing this, please come to Ottawa. You know where it is. So we're actually looking forward to hopefully being able to see you live as opposed to last summer's blunder here So, but yeah, again, kids or adults, check your tickets the day of just to see if there's any changes in the concert that you're going to attend. Because we sure found out the unfortunate way that Sword was playing that day, and I'm like, man, I would really, really love to see Sword, and I couldn't went and gotten a beer during hate breed. Heat breed. What the fuck is that? All right, there we go. So there's my little episode on a forgotten band, sort of, and the sort of is because they released an album. I think it's their first album in 34 years last year. So Sword 3. So if you really, there's a greatest hits out there on vinyl also. The best of Sword, if you want to get. So it's a combination of, or not a combination, compilation of these two there. But I'm not going to tell you which one to buy, but I'm telling you this one is my favorite. So anyway, check the band out. It's Canada's answer to Iron Maiden to a point. It's traditional metal. Good stuff there. So hoping Sword 3 isn't the last we've heard of them, because they sound great on there. So just maybe a little bit more music there. So on that note, thank you guys for watching. Have yourselves a great whatever, and we'll see you guys next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.